Today's interview is with Theresa Evanoff, the founder of Gifted Forward, a giving platform with a charitable twist. By sending invitations through Gifted Forward, you automatically create a personal gift fund, where a portion goes towards a charity of choice and the other portion towards a group gift you hope to receive. We asked Theresa about her favorite books for both business and non-business, to which she replied, "It's hard to choose a favorite as I love to read. One that recently stands out is Tool of Titans by Tim Ferriss, a combination of business, personal stories, and philosophies. It's an interesting read as the author summarizes some of the lessons he learned through his own work and life trials, as well as from many successful people he has met along the way. A memorable quote for me was, 'You always have three options. You can change it, you can accept it, or you can leave it. What is not a good option is to sit around wishing you would change it but not changing it, wishing you would leave it but not leaving it, and not accepting it. No truer words.' One of my favorite non-business books is Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. I have read this many times over the years and still enjoy it each time. I love how the characters are all very complex, strategic, and how the story weaves together on so many levels." We asked Theresa, was there a moment specifically when something you read in a book helped you? Can you tell us about it? She said, "As a first-time entrepreneur, I have to say The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. It taught me a lot about the need to constantly test one's vision and to adapt and adjust before it's too late. This was extremely helpful because, as a perfectionist, my propensity was to launch the Gifted Forward platform only when it was perfect. The book convinced me to launch with a beta or minimum viable product that was good enough for launch, allowing me to validate my concept and site early with real users, which was invaluable." We asked Theresa, what books had the biggest impact on you? And she said, "I've been an avid reader all my life, but one book that stands out on a very personal level is Heaven is Real by Lynn Vincent and Todd Burpo. While the story and writing style may not be Pulitzer Prize material, I read this right after my mother passed away and it really moved me. It gave me a strange sense of comfort that she's in a better place and that she would be looking down on me and my children in the future. I had also just learned I was pregnant not long before that." We asked Theresa about the books that had the biggest impact on her and the ones she would recommend to youngsters interested in her professional path. She replied, "Here are some of my favorite around purpose, positive habits, positive thinking, and business goals. I'm a firm believer that subject expertise can be learned, but character-building traits like perseverance and purposefulness must be owned. Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. Good to Great by Jim Collins. And Doing Good Well by Willie Cheng. We told Theresa we were interested in finding out more about her reading habits. How often does she read and in what format? She said, "I love to read, but with the day-to-day of business and family obligations, I certainly don't do it as much as I would like to. I usually read on my Kindle in transit or in the evenings before bed, but definitely still love the feel of a physical book." For our last question, we asked Theresa, how does she make time for reading? She replied, "I love browsing at bookstores whenever I get the chance, even though I consume most of my books on my Kindle. I choose whatever catches my eye and usually jump from fiction to unwind to non-fiction for learning. My friends and professional contacts are also a great source for recommendations too." This was our interview with Theresa Evanoff. If you want to find out more about her and her project, visit gift-it-forward.com. You can also find all the books and links mentioned in this interview in the video description. Thank you!